welcome to Movie Review Mom. I got all dressed up in my diamonds and princess dress. It's a big gown, you can't tell. All in honor of doing a movie review for the Nutcracker and the Four Realms. So I gave this movie a C+. I'm sad to say, and I'll tell you why. First, it's rated PG, which is great. It's 99 minutes long. Which is good considering it's not that good of a movie. I was really disappointed. It's based on the Nutcracker and the Mouse King, a book by E.T.A. Hoffman, and it's kind of a coming-of-age adaptation. It feels somewhat familiar if you know the Nutcracker and love the ballet, but it's kind of wacky and weird too. I wanted it to be magical and wonderful, but it just doesn't quite deliver what Disney is capable of. It feels kind of like a sugary cupcake that's beautifully decorated, but mostly fluff with no nutritional value. Very young girls will probably enjoy it. There is some ballet, there is some Tchaikovsky, so that's all good, but everything else is kind of a weird jumbled mess. If you lower your expectations, you'll probably find it very charming. And I compare this to the book movie adaptation of A Wrinkle in Time. Everybody was so excited. It's such a well-loved book. And then the movie was just kind of like, not quite as great as we had hoped. That's kind of what this movie is like. Tips for parents are that young children might be confused by the plot. They'll really like all the magical stuff, which is great. There's some beautiful set designs and production and costumes, so that's really great. It's yet one more Disney movie that embraces and celebrates female empowerment. There is one swear word and only one, so that's super nice. There's some fighting, but it's all bloodless. It's not brutal, gory, or anything. It's very PG appropriate. And then there is some cleavage scene and some women's scooped necklines of their dresses. Other than that, it really is pretty safe. It's about a young girl, so young girls will definitely relate to that, and that is certainly the target audience. Girls who are taking ballet lessons and get swept up in the magic of the Nutcracker. One of my biggest disappointments probably was the Nutcracker himself. I didn't even realize till the very end who the Nutcracker was. Like, what? So his name is Captain Philip, and he was played by Jaden, I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly, Fowora-Knight. Anyway, he was the Nutcracker. It's not obvious that he is the Nutcracker, clearly. He doesn't look like a Nutcracker, and I don't mean that by his color, but the fact that, you know, his outfit, his uniform should have looked more Nutcracker-y or something, or there should have been more references to the fact that he was the Nutcracker. I mean, maybe I was just clueless, and I should have assumed that since he was helping Clara, that he would be the Nutcracker. But again, it was just kind of odd. And unfortunately, I think he's a really good actor. He was in Ready Player One, and I really enjoyed him in that. And she is a really great actress, or she will be, I think. She's young. And the two of them together, sometimes when they spoke, the dialogue felt like they were in a high school play or something. I told you I can't zip this dress up. I could if my husband were here, but he's off. Anyway, so a little slip of the shoulders there. Another disappointment was that the movie title is The Four Realms, right? And you get just a tiny little smattering of Four Realms. Otherwise, you don't get that much. I would have liked to have explored that more. There's this Russian-looking castle, and I'm assuming that's sort of a respectful nod to the Russian composer Tchaikovsky. I don't know. Some of the set designs were beautiful, but some of them were also kind of odd. There's not that much humor. There was some. Nothing made me laugh out loud, and most of it just sort of fell flat, which was super disappointing as well. Of course, there were some things that I did like. I mentioned that there is some ballet, there is some Tchaikovsky. Some people complained that there wasn't enough of the Nutcracker suite, the actual original Nutcracker suite. I don't know. I didn't expect to watch the whole ballet again. I wanted to see something different, and it is definitely different. Helen Mirren is fantastic in everything she does. She's such a national treasure. I love her. However, some of her makeup and costume designs as Mother Ginger were kind of odd choices, I thought. Mackenzie Foy did a really great job in Interstellar and the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 2. But in this one, she seems like she's kind of acting in a school play, as I mentioned before. Keira Knightley is in it, and you know, I enjoy her. She's great. She was in a movie, Colette, recently that I reviewed, and I thought she did a fantastic job. But she kind of plays a similar character, you know, kind of a British young woman. And so this was the first time I got to see her do a character, and I really enjoyed that. Her costume was fantastic. She has this hilarious hair that looks like cotton candy, and which was really cute until she started like eating it, and then everybody in the audience was like, ah. And then another actress that I was so thrilled to see was Miranda Hart. I got the biggest kick out of her in her British comedy called Miranda. It's a TV show on the BBC, and she's just so funny. And I have a friend that reminds me a lot of her. She's really tall and just funny, and I'm so happy whenever I see her in a feature film movie, because I want her to have a really successful career. Anyway, so she's in that. The costumes I mentioned were really great. And then keep watching after the rolling credits for a little bit more ballet. That's really kind of the most humor was at the rolling credits. To do stretches. I have an Amazon Echo, so that's Alexa telling me to stop and do stretches. Sorry, I'm not sure about that. She's talking to me. Sorry. Okay. Just a reminder to do stretches. All right, I better go do stretches. So I hope you enjoyed this movie review. I hope it helps you decide whether or not you want to see this movie. And if you do, I hope you enjoy the movie. In the meanwhile, be sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also visit moviereviewmom.com, where you can read my full reviews that have a lot more information, as well as links to fun products and videos and other trailers and all that kind of stuff. So I'll see you at the movies. Bye for now.